We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Report. I'm, of course, Trex, and alongside me in Christmassy dark lights.
What's up? Xtina's Ninja.
So
How y'all doing?
So you're still playing with the Elgato key light, I'm guessing. Because you look very warm right now.
Yeah. No, it looks... Oh, right. I have very different settings on these screens. Yeah. No, it's, I'm warm right here, but I'm like, all right here. Hang on. I'ma adjust it.
As you adjust it, I want to adjust too, because now I'm just gonna... No, I'm just curious.
Now you're self-conscious?
I am, because now I definitely have, like, the snow miser over here, and you just got nothing but fire over there.
Fire? Now I'm too bright. Ugh. I think I'm showing up weird on Twitch, which is odd. But whatever. I don't care. How's everyone doing?
Everybody doing good? Arwen, you okay over there?
Everyone good? Yeah, this is something that we don't do all the every week. I just woke up from a nap, asleep rather. So asleep because I fell asleep. Like I got off of work, walked around for like half an hour in my backyard because it's a farm. And then I got back in the house, snuggled with my cat. That was like 4:30, and I woke up pretty much like hours later. So many hours later. Math hard.
Okay, so funny enough, I'm looking at my key light, and apparently I actually already have it on warm, but I think it's because of the brightness of my 32-inch monitor that the key light's like, I can't do anything.
Canceling out?
My screen is canceling it out. And Dodge, thank you so much for the resub to the Air Circle.
Yo, hey man, lady, I person, place and thing, noun. Yeah, thanks for the resub. Oh, 19 months.
It's not game related, but I have to share this because I shared this news on my Facebook today. Apparently, Kraven the Hunter got who the actor's going to play him. And yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson from Quicksilver from, the guy who got shot a lot. He wasn't quick enough.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was like, all I saw was Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Kraven the Hunter. I'm like, oh, cool, that's nice. But I'm also seeing it now. It's like, yeah, in the Spider-Man spin-off movie. I'm like, wait, Kraven's still going to get his own movie? And it's going to be played by former Quicksilver. So, second chances.
Multiverse.
Second chances, I guess.
Yeah, it's the multiverse. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So,
I do have to ask, because what was your reaction to the Eternals teaser trailer that came out this week?
You know what? I kind of feel exactly the same way as I felt when they first released the teaser for Guardians of the Galaxy. I have no knowledge of the Eternals whatsoever. They're the part of Marvel that I just never had any contact with. Same with Guardians before then. But so I like seeing Kumail Nanjiani in it. I like seeing Selma Hayek because Lady can still get it. Angelina Jolie, I haven't seen her in like a huge franchise in forever. So this is kind of like a big thing for her.
Yeah, Arwen mentioned that Gemma Chan died in Captain Marvel because she was one of the Green Aliens.
Yeah, Gemma Chan, that's right.
Yeah. No, I say Green Aliens. She was one of the Kree.
She was one of the Kree, but she was wearing makeup, so she can literally come back in another form.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like, I died in Captain Marvel, but now I get to star and be the starring role of this new thing.
Yeah. And who else is in it? Oh, Kit Harington is the Black Knight.
Yeah, that kind
and
of
Richard Madden. So two brothers from Game of Thrones is in it.
Oh,
Richard Madden is Icarus, and Kit Harington is the Black Knight. Millie Bobby Brown is in it, but I don't know who she is in there.
Didn't see her in the teaser.
No, she might be just a stinky human. I don't know.
She's gonna be the human that shows the Eternals love.
Oh, and my favorite, and I'm so sorry for butchering this, but Ma Dong-seok, he was in Train to Busan. Like, he's the big dude in Train to Busan who just, instead of using guns or whatever, he just used his fist to punch out zombies throughout the entire movie.
As
it
one
was
does.
Amazing. That's where I generally know him from, but he's also from a Korean TV show that I also really loved back in the day. But he was a convict, kind of like Suicide Squad, but Korean.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel you. So how's your week been going?
I'm back to work.
I couldn't tell off of Facebook. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. I am only half conscious on what I do, on what I post on Facebook. So
you post in quiet rages.
Quiet rages?
Yeah, I feel like when you have one of those rage moments, it's quiet enough to yourself that you don't know what's going on. You just instantly just type out what's going on. But then, you just forget about it and don't like, oh my God, I posted that.
Looking through my timeline, and no, I did not. That was 3 weeks ago before I took my vacation.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just that dog better not pee in my room. Sorry, there was a now and then.
Is there a kitty cat?
Yeah, there is a kitty cat somewhere. But a dog came in, and he usually just likes to come up here and eat all the cat food and then pee in my room. I don't.
Oh, okay, dog. Okay.
He's an asshole. There's also a rooster who attacks me for no reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Farm Talk.
Yeah.
The Farm Report.
I don't know. And at least one cat hates me. She's not my cat anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Rooster B. But oh yeah, just hang on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. How was your week?
Apparently it was busy, and it was actually a good busy because and I'm just gonna go ahead and mention it now because it is on my. I did add it to the outline, but so apparently last week, especially after we did our show, No Man's Sky released what the end they do. They released a new DLC, a new update called Expeditions. The Expeditions are 5 parts, or 5 phases to complete milestones. And when you complete the milestones, of course, in the phases, you get rewards. This is a linear progression through the game in its own separate file. and they released what the end reward is for the expedition for the second one. And apparently, it was a crossover with Mass Effect, and players were given the SR-1 Normandy as a frigate for their fleet.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, it was announced, and I'm like, oh damn, that's a good crossover.
You've never played Mass Effect before, have you?
I think I played an hour and I never went back. Not because I hated it. It was just I played it and then I just
I just never came back to it. But
I just never came back to it.
You need to come back to.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I own it. I'm pretty sure I actually own them thanks to Steam. I think.
Like the original releases on Steam.
Yeah, it's the
one
original
that you have. Yeah, like the one, like the first game. If you buy it through Steam, you literally have to go through EA to get the key. It was a whole process that I hated. So I'm glad that Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Oh shit! I accidentally pushed on it. It's like
That's no accident.
Yeah, no, it's like I was talking about it, and then I just like subconsciously pushed the start button. It's like yeah.
I know what I want.
Yeah, it's like I know what I want to do. Ah, what? Everyone's gone, and I can only see game now.
But because of that release, I'm like, well, I like No Man's Sky, and two, the Normandy is a pretty beast-looking ship. So I spent Friday night.
Fantastic ship.
Yeah, I spent from Friday night to last night completing the expedition to get this ship.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday were like grind days because a couple of the missions were just asinine long. And
oh no!
It was really only because like one of the milestones you have to complete is discover 10 systems. Okay, well everyone's kind of been doing this for like maybe the past 30 days. So me trying to find 10 systems, I'm having to travel light years away, and I'm like finding dong hole system, like just random systems that have already been discovered, and it took me about like 3 hours to get my 10.
Oh.
Just flying around, but I got it, and it's like holy crap. So, but it was still a fun experience. I got the Normandy last night and took pictures and flew around it, and when I completed it, because even while I was trying to do this, I'm like, how am I supposed to access this on my main save? And again, even on my main save, I haven't unlocked a freighter. I don't have a freighter yet. So I got this frigate, and I can't do anything with it. So.
Oh
cool.
no.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, you got it.
I need a freighter now, guys.
It's like you got it in your back pocket now.
I do. I absolutely do. So I recommend everyone to go out and get No Man's Sky if you don't already have it. You have until May 31st to complete the expedition to get the Normandy frigate for your fleet. And I have to say it's a while that I've actually felt like accomplishment in a game. So last night, just literally on the planet, shooting the beacon, and I'm like, I think I'm actually done. Then all of a sudden, looking up in the sky, and the Normandy just warps in right above the planet, above your head. It was like, oh, this is badass. So it was just
whatever reason, like I think it's just the way you described it. Doesn't it feel nice to actually earn something in a game rather than just buy it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and first off, I do like No Man's Sky, or even love it. It is really, really great. It is the turnaround game of the century in my eyes. It deserves all the awards. Every update is amazing, and this expedition thing is great. And it's the first time and it's only the second expedition that they've released, and I got to play it and did all this work and trying to grind and farm, and ultimately I finally got the ship, and it's like, man, this is great. I love this. And so immediately next month when it starts the next expedition, I'm like, okay, I'm there day one. I'm grinding this day one, and I don't think that the next expedition is going to have a big reward either. But just because I got the Normandy now, I'm like, the next one, you gotta crank it up. Hello Games, you gotta crank it up now. Like,
the only thing, I in my eyes, the only thing that would top the Normandy is the Enterprise.
I was just thinking that. I would love to have the freaking Enterprise just in my fleet. Just, what's up?
It's like, now that's a shit.
Because honestly, this opens up the doors, does it not? Like, No Man's Sky really hasn't crossed over with any other, did a crossover like this. This is the first. And it was BioWare, Mass Effect Legendary Edition came out, and look, players get the Normandy. Now it's like, okay, where can we open this up for more?
Exactly. Like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, little, what is that word? One word. It's like the gimmick crossovers that Fortnite does all the time.
Yeah.
So, like,
yes.
I mean, it obviously works for them. So why not with Hello Games and like the famous ships in nerd culture?
And honestly, the next ship I really want, what's the living ship's name from Farscape? Moira. Yeah. So we already have living ships in No Man's Sky.
Oh my god.
Now I want the living ship.
Would you, like, so many nerds who loved that show would shit bricks.
Yes!
It's like,
oh my god.
It's like, where can I get this game? That will happen.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can pay some kind of fee to get, the Navigator, who actually piloted Mora.
I think he was just called the Navigator.
That's what I was thinking too. I thought it was like had a different name.
I don't think he had a proper name.
But yeah, like, just get up in there. I mean, we already have aliens that kind of look like her. It's like, come on. I might not be able to get in. I might not be able to go into Mora, but I at least want to have the outside ship in my frigate, as a freighter or a frigate. I don't care. That's like the next ship I want. Come on, let's bring this crossover.
Speaking of aliens, the Nostromo.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like have a terrifying chapter, like in your game, that includes something alien-like, and include the Nostromo. That's the freighter that you would probably be looking for.
Probably not, because I'm scared of it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a child. I'm sorry. I'm scaredy cat. Meow.
Meow. Anyway, we're gonna have so many we're gonna just list ships all night.
Yeah.
So what's coming out this week?
So coming out this week. Oh.
Yeah. No, I'll do it after this. Just go ahead.
Okay. We won't tell Stevie B. So coming out this week, we have Graven coming out on Steam Early Access on May 26th. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries coming out on Steam, Xbox Series X and S on May 27th. Super Bomberman R Online on Steam, PS4, PS5, and the Switch, May 27th. Earth Defense Force World Brothers on PC, PS4, and Switch on May 27th. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormguard coming out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch on May 27th. World's End Club on the Switch on May 28th. Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World coming out on PS4 and the Switch May 28th. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown PS4 June 1st. Welcome back, Virtua Fighter. Welcome back.
Man, they're like it's the toughest game because they get so technical.
They absolutely do. Necromunda Hired Gun coming out on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S on June 1st. World of Warcraft Burning Crusade for the Classic server coming out on PC on June 1st. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on June 1st. And Stonefly on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the Switch on June 1st.
Cool. That's awesome. And welcome, guys. I probably should have remembered this, but I let Trex do it anyway. Welcome to not a game show. We are 2/3 of Nerds of the Apocalypse, and I'm sorry. I'm still waking up. I'm sorry. But if you're watching this from YouTube, and you haven't done this already, go ahead and click on that little bell to get notified every time it gets posted. Subscribe. We love that. And if you want to be part of the conversation live on whatever platform you're watching this from, go to Twitch, twitch.tv/Nerds of the Apocalypse every Wednesday night at 9:30, and be part of the conversation. And also click on that little heart button and the bell so you can get notified every time we come on and do the nonsense. And of course, we also throughout the week play video games, because we're not just a news report. We do other things, guys. Come on. But yeah, there we go. That's my house cleaning for segment.
I feel like I need to write it down for you.
I mean, I'm usually on my game where I don't need it, but
You took a nap. It's okay. I get it.
I took a nap. I'm sorry. It was a hard week. It's only half over.
It's okay.
Anyway.
I was watching Family Guy and sat on the couch with Carla, and it's like, oh, I might fall asleep.
But anyway, back to gaming news.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take this one.
Cool.
Destiny 2 tweeted earlier this week, or they tweeted last Friday as of recording this, May 21st. Bungie will host a cross-play beta for Destiny 2 from May 25th, that was yesterday, through May 27th, which is tomorrow. And it shows a screen cap from May 25th through the 27th. A unique Vanguard Strikes cross-play beta playlist will be available to all players in Destiny 2. You'll be match-made with Guardians playing on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Stadia. As you fight through the enemy waves of darkness, our teams will be scouring data and performing a multitude of actions to test the integrity of our upcoming crossplay system. As a token of our appreciation for your time, any players who complete 3 strikes in the Vanguard Strikes crossplay beta playlist, oh my god, will be rewarded with the unique star-crossed emblem. Basically emblem, it's pretty, it looks like a snowflake, but it's just like, what they mean by emblem, it's a banner where your name will show up in the game. Now, before you ask, the crossplay beta will be restricted to this match-made activity. You won't be able to form a fire team just yet, and you won't be able to send invites to friends. We're specifically targeting our matchmaking systems as we prep this feature for next season. So yeah, there we go. I'm actually excited for this, because that just opens up more players in one thing. Because it'll definitely allow more players to be part of events, and just everyone will get those stats pretty a lot easier. But I don't know. I haven't been part of the Destiny 2 community in a while. Have you? You've been playing a little bit more than I have.
I put it here and there. Not very active, I'll say that. But this is a fantastic thing, and I'm going to say it's a little weird that they're definitely testing the crossplay, because in my eyes, I would think that it's something that could just be turned on. But of course, I'm not in the game development, so obviously the devs are probably laughing at me saying this jackass doesn't know anything. But PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the 4 people on Stadia, playing together. If anything, this is going to help Stadia's player base. Which...
I mean, it'll give the Stadia players something to do.
They'll start seeing like 10 more people. It's like, oh my god, we have a community.
Oh my gosh, can we be friends? We're friends now.
Yeah, for a 3-man fire team, there's only 4 players on Stadia. So,
well, they're probably already all friends because they are the dev team of the Stadia. Sorry.
But this is awesome. I actually just might jump. I might try and jump in this weekend just to get the banner, and see how the crossplay goes. So I'm hoping for the best on it. I hope they get some good data from it, and I hope PlayStation doesn't become an asshole and pull it under them. And also, I hope they don't charge Bungie for the crossplay, as we found out thanks to the Epic versus Apple courtyard.
Yeah.
So
there's that. Hey, would Xbox and PlayStation users, because this is an online system, would they still have to pay for their online multiplayer sub? Because like, I remember that being a thing. Like, okay. I know PC players don't have to do it, but play online. But for a lot of games, almost all the games, if you wanted to be part of a multiplayer game and play with other people, you had to pay a subscription every year.
So PlayStation already has it under their belt that free-to-play games, which Destiny 2 is part of. You don't have to be a PlayStation Plus subscriber in order to play free-to-play games multiplayer. Xbox has reverted their usual standing of requiring Xbox Live Gold in order to play to play online games. Xbox pulled that, so they allowed free-to-play games to play without needing Xbox Live Gold, which is the biggest change that Xbox has really done, and I'm thankful for them, because now you don't need a sub with DCUO, a sub for Final Fantasy whenever the day comes. Don't need a sub for ESO. It's a free-to-play game. Just go out there and fucking play. So you don't have to pay anything to Xbox, and especially anything to PlayStation. So that's a great change. So this is definitely like the best time to really jump in on any of the consoles and go at it.
Awesome. Yeah, like that's a really good thing for console players. So why don't you take this next one, Trex? Your favorite.
Yeah, okay. A report coming from IGN, the Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, is likely heading to PC, according to a PlayStation investor report.
You totally just skipped right over the second thing.
I thought that was the second thing. Oh my god, no. I did skip over the second thing. All right.
You did. Yeah, that's why I was like bugging you.
My bad. IGN, we're going to have to wait. We'll come back. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bring it in. Bring it in,
you guys. So what happened was...
So, our overlords and masters, Twitch, has finally broken silence and have created a blog on their little blog post saying, let's talk about hot tub streams. So first, thank you, Twitch, for finally talking about this issue. Not even an issue, but this topic.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just going to really gloss over this a little bit, but I'm just going to go into the second paragraph here. Much of the conversation we've seen has focused on the people who are streaming this and similar content, including assumptions about their motivations and intentions, and we want to make a few things clear. First and foremost, no one deserves to be harassed for the content they choose to stream, how they look, or how they are, and we will take actions against anyone who perpetuates. Thank you. This kind of toxicity on our service. First off, good fucking luck. I'm a black guy. I'm a fat guy. Good luck talking any toxicity. There's N-words all over the goddamn place, folks. You gonna try and stop the toxicity? Put yourself in your... Calm down, Twitch. You ain't that good. You're not that good with your shit.
I mean, that is why a lot of streamers have mods.
Exactly why we have mods.
Yeah. But
Apparently, there's also a guy out there who has terrible mod team. So it's... who bans everybody for just saying hi. I don't know.
Oh, really? That's stupid.
Yeah, there's a video that Steven showed me. It was fucking funny as hell. I have to get him to share it with you. So second, while we have guidelines about sexually suggestive content, this is in bold. Being found to be sexy by others is not against our rules, and Twitch will not take enforcement action against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. So that's right, folks. The shirt's coming off. Because I, as I've been many times told, am sexy. And ladies and gentlemen... I'm just kidding. Don't laugh in there.
So
okay.
I mean, this is a little funny to me. Like we now have tags for hot tub streaming and the like.
They made it its own category.
Yeah, it's its own category. I mean, for what Amaranth has done, which was bring a whole lot of fucking revenue for Twitch, and herself. I mean, it was inevitable. They would have had to break down eventually.
Yeah.
That said, I am so happy for some of the joke streams under this category. The most well-known is PC Gamer just had a loop.
God, that stream.
Geralt in the hot tub from Witcher 3.
That's all the stream was.
That's all the stream was.
Just
and it was like you had lo-fi music with quotes from The Witcher pop in every now and then. Another one was it wasn't for the entire stream, but there was, I don't know, some person who put on loop a hot tub scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights. I don't know who that person could have been.
More bubbles!
It was like, not blow, blow. Such a good thing. Like as soon as it was made, hot tubs were made a category on Twitch. Robin Hood Men in Tights immediately came to my mind, and first I came to you. Like I left you a message, like I have a thing that I want to do, but then I just figured it out on my own because you took too long to answer.
Did you even ask? Because you have deleted messages all the time with me now. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Because your message was, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And then it was deleted. But my phone still captured it. It's like, oh, what's the idea? It's like, oh, you took too long. I'm like, it wasn't that long.
It was an hour.
Was it?
It was a long time.
My bad. I don't even know what I was doing.
I pooping? I don't know.
No.
That's always going to be my go-to answer, by the way.
No,
it's like, are you pooping? Question, not answer. There's a question mark at the end of that sentence.
Yeah, so the category is pools, hot tubs, and beaches. And of course, if you chose a swimwear that is allowed under the swim and beaches contextual exception to our standard nudity and attire policy, you should stream into pools, hot tubs, and beaches category. So if you are playing a game, even if you're playing like World of Warcraft in your hot tub, it has to go into pools, hot tubs, and beaches because that's where you are. You're in a hot tub.
Huh. For anyone who wants to try, good luck, doing that. I don't know what their setup is, but I foresee a few people accidentally ruining their systems by dropping it in the pool or something.
Well, no, I mean, I watched a very nice Linus Tech video where he actually built a computer, hung up a TV in his bathroom, and all you need is like you're sitting there in your little tub and you need a tray, one of those little dinner trays. All right,
You know what? Like, this would be something cool if you can like get Wi-Fi there, but the like say beaches underwater, you can get your GoPro and have someone stream that, like stream them swimming, or do like a little mermaid thing, and somehow, but you would have to somehow make sure it is able to connect to a phone that's in a dry place.
There's ways.
That's tricky.
Yeah, there's ways. We can do it.
I mean, there are ways. I watch every now and then. Like, he hasn't been streaming for a while, but there's this guy who is a bird watcher, and he will go out in the country, and what he does, like he has jury-rigged whatever camera that he's using to stream, while also, like, he has a DSLR that will, you know, zoom in. Like, he has really good fucking lens. Like, he'll zoom in on some birds. It's like it's really awesome. But it's not perfect where, depending on where he is, but he's able to do it, and I just need to contact him, and it's like, hey bud, how'd you do this? Tell me your ways.
That's right. That's right, ladies and
Tell me
gentlemen.
your
We're here
ways
with Christina at Myrtle Beach, and it's black.
Oh God, Myrtle Beach. That the armpit of South Carolina, for real. It's the Florida. It, like, that town is Florida. It's all of it.
It's a fucking tourist trap.
It is, and it's so gross. Gross. I don't know why people keep going there.
I go there for the mini golf.
Oh my God, like the 100 mini golfs that is in, like, that is on one fucking street.
There's
And
so many.
There are so many, one right after the other. And crab shacks, crab buffets. Like, we don't have there. I don't think there's like a crab buffet here. So my mom intentionally, on purpose, goes to Myrtle Beach to eat their crab buffet, and it's. I went with her once, but I don't eat crab, so I had everything else that wasn't seafood, and everything tasted like butter. Ugh. So at least there was a mermaid on there, like on site. There was an actual mermaid with a mermaid tail, and she had her own pool. So there was that. Myrtle Beach. I stand behind it being an armpit of South Carolina.
Don't go to Myrtle Beach, folks. Just
Don't go. Just don't. Go someplace better. Go to your backyard. Cleaner, probably. At least you know where some of that stuff. Like, if you find something in there, you know, you probably know where it came from. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, every now and then, Myrtle Beach. No, every year now, because it's happening every year. During certain months, like, really gross bacteria infects the beaches. So just don't go. Don't go.
That's very true.
Yeah, and sharks. Don't go.
Wait, how does Myrtle Beach always have a lot of jellyfish? But
they have a lot of jellyfish. They have a lot of sharks, and they have a lot of bacteria during months that do not end in R. So just don't go.
Super weird.
Just don't. Moving on to something that's relevant to this stream.
There you go.
Because we went off to a tangent. Uncharted 4 is likely coming to the PC based on PlayStation Investor Report. This is coming from IGN. Sony has already begun releasing PlayStation exclusives to PC, and it looks like Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is next in line for the PC treatment. In a presentation released ahead of Sony's Investor Relations Day, I like how they just kind of make this into holidays now, basically.
Yeah.
A slide lists Uncharted 4 under a section that reads, "More PC releases planned." The title sits alongside Days Gone, which was released on PC earlier this month. Elsewhere in the presentation, Sony says mobile is a new growth area for PlayStation Studios, and the slide seemingly confirms plans to begin developing PlayStation Studios caliber games for mobile devices. The company was recently looking to hire a head of mobile to lead this department. Let's see. PlayStation's experiments on PC appear to be a success. The company first released Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and it followed up with the Ben Studios zombie game Days Gone. With 2 titles in the can and a third likely on the way, PlayStation seems happy with the strategy of releasing older PlayStation exclusives to PC platforms. What do you think? I mean, yay for me.
Horizon Zero Dawn, according to the slide, had an ROI, return of investment, of 250+%.
Whoa. That's a lot.
Who knew putting a console game on a PC would make money? Huh?
Ew!
Who knew?
You've been preaching to the... I think you've been, preaching the good word of PC.
I've been preaching the
for
goddamn
years.
word since. Like shit.
I'm still relatively new to the PC race, but I mean, I get it now.
Like, fuck, Xbox got me over here with Xbox Game Pass, and I just pay $15 a month to play their games on my PC.
Yeah.
I even pay full price. Horizon Zero Dawn over here paying full price, and yeah, you're making money. Like, come on. Like, yes, Days Gone, I want to see what the actual numbers are for Days Gone, because honestly, on the console side, it was a very beautiful game, but I think it didn't get the reviews really downed it because that was the studio's first time making a game, and they were basically a bunch of interns that came together and formed a studio and like, hey, we have a game. So I think on the PC side, because PC definitely loves indies, we're doing a fantastic job. So I really want to hope and see what Days Gone's doing well. And now Uncharted 4 is coming to PC, or at least it looks like it's planned. Like, bring it. And DST over in the Discord, I'm like, yeah. He's like, Spider-Man senses intensify. I'm like, yeah, bring me Spider-Man. You want to make some 250% plus on Horizon Zero Dawn, fuckers, you will see the hugest of return of investments if you bring Spider-Man to PC.
Oh my god, you would.
We will eat it up.
I know, like, people who played those games on PlayStation who currently own it or had owned it will buy it again if they are PC players as well.
People who got the PS5, they basically buy it again.
This would buy it again. I bought I bought Mass Effect 3 times, 4 times. I will.
Like, seriously, like,
again.
The money you guys are leaving off the table, not bringing it to PC, is like, but we want to make sure our PlayStation players have the best experience with their games. Like, cool, I'm happy for your consoles. Time exclusive, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Bring it to PC. You're losing money.
Think of the cost that you don't have to make, like, with physical content. Like, think of the production costs that you don't have to spend on. Like, granted, you'll have, unless you have your own store, you will have to pay, like, fees for with other platforms like Steam and Epic. And I don't know what the overhead is on that.
I do, because And PlayStation Studios has their own dev that you can follow on Steam now, which is pretty awesome.
But is it proportional to the cost of making like physical discs and cases?
Steam takes 30% off the sales on their systems. Epic takes 18%.
Holy shit.
That's the battle that the Epic Game Store came out the gate with. It's like, we're charging our developers who come onto our platform 18%.
Holy shit.
We'll take 18%, the developers take the rest. Microsoft saw the same thing, and Microsoft Store went down to 18%.
30%?
Steam takes 30%.
That is so much money.
Steam takes 30%.
That is so much money, especially if you're getting it. Especially if your game is like $5 and you're an indie studio.
Yep.
And Steam gets 30% of that.
Yep.
The sales. Fuck you guys. I mean, who are you, Amazon?
30% is just the gold standard that they came out with when games were starting to come out and become more games.
That's got to change, man.
Yeah, there's nothing set in stone. The 30% rule came in years and years and eons ago when game development was really becoming the big thing. No one really set this in stone. It was just like, should we charge 30%? Like, 30% sounds good. Yeah, we can do 30%. Nothing set in stone.
30%? Just in general. Like off of sales? Sounds too fucking much. I don't care. Like, agents and managers get 10. Like, well, it's negotiable for higher stuff, but the baseline is 10.
But just think, Sony saw an ROI of 250%. Think how much Steam made off of that.
Shit.
Like, fuck, Gabe Newell's just drowning in the money now. Like, thanks, Sony.
I kind of get now why some games show up on Epic and not on Steam. Because the cost of having it on there is too much.
Well, at the same time, Epic does do their exclusivity clause pretty hardcore sometimes.
That's true, but if you're paying less to have it show up there, then
Absolutely.
I see the appeal. Like,
Absolutely.
it's not that much of an arm twist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, God, Steam.
But yeah,
like Steam is a platform for indie gamers, and who probably don't make a whole lot of money. Well, I say this, but there is also itch.io, and I don't remember the other ones. What are the other ones?
I mean, you got
Humble Games.
You got Green Man Gaming as well out there.
Yeah, and Humble Games.
Yep.
You got I don't know what their percentages are, but they sound more friendly.
But yeah, come on, Sony, please bring your stuff to PC. It's not like you're gonna bring it to PC and not make money. No, like, oh, these are Sony console games. We don't touch console games. We only want indie games. That's all we want. We don't want first-party games like Spider-Man or God of War or Uncharted.
Oh my God! If God of War came out, I would shit bricks. I would buy it again. It's like so many people would buy it. And circling back to Uncharted 4, if Uncharted 4 comes out, the likelihood of the first 3 games coming out to PC, depending on the success of Uncharted 4, which will be high, we would most likely see those first 3 games as well eventually. So,
yep,
come on, Sony.
Uncharted bundle there. Come on, bring it.
Do the thing. I would love to see these games pop up. Spider-Man, Uncharted, God of War. This is like week 2 of having great ideas, and you just need to listen to us.
But on to the next one. Coming here from GameSpot. This is League of Legends MMO won't please everyone. Dev shares some tidbits. So this so as a reminder, League of Legends is basically branching out into its universe and coming out with different media for it. They already have Wild Rift on the mobile game, which is basically LOL light. It's actually pretty fun. I can't say I hate it, but it's quick and dirty. I like it. They of course
aren't they also releasing like a single player game as well?
They are working on a single player game, yeah. They also have, I think, an anime or a TV series for it coming soon.
Yeah.
So they're branching out.
Yeah.
And Greg Street, who we all know as Ghostcrawler from the World of Warcraft days, as he was a developer there, he goes on to Twitter talking about, while technically announced, Riot's MMO is in its incredibly early stages, with the announcement of the project largely serving as a way to attract more talent to the project. As such, almost any information shared about the game is new information. And Greg Street seemed open to answering some fan questions in an ongoing Twitter thread about the project. He started off the thread by stating some expectations for players, namely that there's no way the game will appeal to all players, and that many may not like the game at all. So from his tweet, one thing I can say about the unannounced MMORPG is that you won't love every feature in it. We're going to make some choices that you may not agree with. Players want different things in their games. That's fine. Some of you, Shudder, may not love the game at all, which is also fine.
Such a weird statement to just come out the gate for something that, isn't released yet. But well, I mean, it's true.
It's absolutely true, especially in an MMORPG where right now Amazon is still facing backlash because of the leak and even basically announced cash shop that's coming to their MMORPG, which of course Amazon's not really sitting very well with gaming itself. They failed to launch 2 games. They've basically been kicking people out left and right, and New World is their only game that has been worked on, that's actually still being polished, and may actually see a release in this August. So everything is really riding on New World to be successful. But as an MMO player, who has also definitely been playing since 2005, and has seen multiple different versions of it, when they announced the cash shop, yeah, everyone fucking hated it. Everyone was like immediately pay to win this, pay to win that.
Oh,
so,
boy.
And Amazon, even this past week, gave a nice little blog post saying, hey, we're only making it cosmetics. There might be boosters down the line in the near future, but right now there's going to be no pay to win. It's all cosmetics. But people are just like, nope, cash shop, slippery slope, slippery slope, slippery slope.
Yeah.
So with Greg coming out saying that not everyone is going to like the features that are going to be in this game, obviously tells me that there's going to be some slippery slopes going into this, where I think that he's more or less talking about the features in game, not necessarily what a future cash shop is going to have. Which cash shops are just a thing. If players don't like cash shops, do not open your phone. Don't go to your app store. Don't go to your Google Play store. Don't even go to the Samsung store. Don't play any mobile game, because that's all they are, is a cash shop. It's a game and a cash shop. It bleeded here into other video games. Even single-player games like Immortal Phoenix Rising has a cash shop. Why? I don't fucking know. They want to make more extra money off of us. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, aren't they still coming out with more content, or are they taking a break?
Immortal Phoenix Rising, all the DLC is out. They might come out with some new skins or something, but they're basically done.
Oh, okay.
But with Greg coming out the gate, and I think this is basically coming from the negative feedback that New World is getting, Ashes of Creation is bleeding off of it a little bit as well, saying like, okay, we're probably not going to do a cash shop. If we do, here's how we do it. And people just hear microtransactions or cash shop, and it's an immediate, I'm out. And that's, people how want to live, they want to live. I can't really dictate how they are, but fuck it, I'm still going to play it. He goes on to say that we definitely gather tons of feedback, not in a we don't have a strong vision sense, but in a we want to validate our decisions with actual players sense. Because, of course, again, everyone hears in the microtransactions that New World is doing is in their alpha. They're testing it to see how players are using it, the metrics, and doing it. So everyone immediately hearing cash shop without actually playing the game or seeing it in the game, that's basically where we want to validate our decision with actual players. It's like, hey, you see it, shut the fuck up. Probably in that strong sense, but still.
And you know, I think it's in a kind of, this article kind of touches it on at the very end. Games like League of Legends and Valorant and all these other shooters, they do have their community does have a toxicity problem, who like to whine about everything, anything and everything, and they just put other players down for no fucking reason. And I think it's more addressing these guys than anyone else, because it'll happen. I mean, that's probably why he's like coming up front saying, not everyone's gonna like this, but we're trying a new thing, so bear with us. So
yeah, and with MMORPGs, it's sometimes not about recreating the wheel, and sometimes it is. And with Greg, he is definitely a veteran. He was a lead system designer for World of Warcraft. I know Ghostcrawler from my days of playing World of Warcraft, and in my eyes, he's always been a straightforward and a good guy. And he knows what an MMORPG needs to be and what players really want, because he himself is a player too. So it's definitely, and I actually might even read the full thread, but he's coming, like you said, he's coming out in front of it that this is a game that we're going to be building. You may not like it, you may like it, but just understand that there's going to be a lot of different feelings towards it, and you're just going to have to live with it. Negative feedback in my eyes is still feedback, but yeah, just like Valorant, just like League of Legends, there is a lot of toxicity, and it's really rough sometimes to weed out what is a toxic feedback and what is actually constructive feedback, negative or positive.
Yeah, exactly. So good luck to you guys.
Yeah, good luck, Greg. I'm rooting for you.
So the next one is, this is the one that I shared. Yeah. So former game dev, well, she's still a game dev, but she formerly worked for BioWare. Miss Sam Maggs, she spilled a little bit of tea about the worst day or the worst time in her experience at well, I know it's BioWare, and I know what game she's talking about too, and because she doesn't like outright say it, but I know. So basically, she has a TikTok now, and she every now and then she'll spill the tea. And this one I just happened to catch, and this is years after. This was during her time at BioWare while they were working on, what is that game called again?
Anthem.
I already forgot. Anthem. Yep. So she worked on Anthem. She was a writer on that game, and there was one day where I think it was a creative director just came in and says, we need to recast this character. It's like, why? Because we already have an Asian. People are going to be confused by the game having two Asians. And she was like, what? Excuse me? One is Japanese and one is Korean. Two different facial structures, FYI. And we already scanned her face in. She's perfect for the role. It's going to be too much money to replace her. Huh?
I'll play the video.
Oh, yeah. Play the video.
I definitely want to give her a shout out too, because I want to play the video. One, because of she's spilling the tea. Two, It's a good makeup tutorial. It's a good makeup video.
She's like saying this while doing her makeup. It's amazing.
All right,
I do not have any makeup games, so go ahead, play the clip when you're ready.
So I love my job, but I do want to tell you about one of my worst experiences as a game developer. I've been working on a game for a while. I'd written my own character, and we had cast her. She was perfect for the role, this actress. We had even scanned her face in. She was in the game. And one day my creative director stormed in and said to me, "You have to recast your character." And I said, "Why? Everyone loves her. She's perfect for the role. She's so great. And we've already spent the money to scan her into the game." And he said, "We already have an Asian woman in the game. If your character is also Asian, players won't be able to tell them apart." I remember staring at him completely flabbergasted. Not only were the in-game characters completely different, totally different personalities and looks, but also the actresses we had cast to play them, one of them had Japanese ethnicity and the other had Vietnamese ethnicity, completely different faces. I remember I said to him, "Well, we have many white men in the game. You don't seem to be concerned that players are going to be able to tell them apart." Anyway, it was too expensive to replace her, so it worked out, but what the hell, man? Game. So I love my job, but I do want to tell you about one of my...
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, sorry, it was me who couldn't hear that. It was my fault. But yeah, and so her character, I can't think of the character's name, but the actress she's talking about of Japanese descent is Erika Ishii. So yeah, like everyone is fantastic on that cast, but yeah, that's one of the stresses that she had to deal with while working on that project. And it's just like, oh God, but oh God, get out the popcorn now.
Yeah, and I love how in the tweet she's like, "By the way, a reminder to the studio that if you sue me, you will be outing yourself as the place that allows a man who does shit like this to remain in charge. Bad for the brand, I assure you." Hearts emojis.
Yep, because he is still employed, and two like really great directors left after Anthem. Like two of the good project managers and directors, creative directors left after that shit show, and the guy that she's talking about remains. So
I can't even imagine what I would do in that situation. It's like, hold on. What did you just say out loud in this office? You can't tell the difference between two Asians? Who? What?
And it's like, okay, it's like all you white dudes look the same to me.
Right? Like, good Lord. I can't. Oh, my God.
But you know what? The statement I just said is kind of true, but I will explain this, because like a lot of white actors, Hollywood has a type, yo. They all almost look the same. There is a reason why Sebastian Stan looks like a young Luke Skywalker. There is a reason another actor, I can't remember his name, like maybe Richard Madden, also looks like Sebastian Stan. Kit Harington kind of looks like a puppy dog version of both of them.
And I look like Jeffrey Wright, so I guess black people look alike.
You're not Jeffrey Wright? Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm that good of an actor.
Samara Weaving, I always used to get her confused with another blonde actress. Oh no. Bryce Dallas Howard gets confused with another actress because they look exactly the fucking same. Hollywood has a type, and especially with its white people, and they all look the same. I'm sorry. That's the tea I'm spilling. Hollywood has a type. I'm not faulting the actors for it. I'm just saying Hollywood prefers to cast a certain type of look.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But game devs, even human beings, too better. Good God, that's a workspace. And you have the audacity to say that. He should have been fucking fired, or at least there better be something in his HR records. Like, come on, Sue. Let's do better in that department, okay?
Right. Just, oh God. But yeah, that was, when I first saw that on Twitter, it's like, oh shit, she's starting to come out with more stuff. Because like every now and then when she's feeling spicy, she'll spill some stuff about her time at BioWare. It's always been BioWare every time she says stuff like that. It's like, hey. I'm not saying that everyone at BioWare is shit. I'm just saying the people that she, like certain, like one or two people over her were shit. Who made her life a living hell.
Yeah, and that VP from last week who wants to make EA better for the players, that's the first step. Get rid of him. Yeah, we gotta clean up the house.
Clean house.
Coming up next, there's a little bit of some news running around. Valve, the developers of Steam, and a bunch of other games for folks who don't know, have been making a Nintendo Switch-like portable gaming PC behind the scenes. This could potentially launch before the end of 2021. Because when you look at Valve, they make good hardware.
Typically, yeah. I guess. No? No, I'm remembering some of their hardware.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I remember their cool controller.
Y'all remember their own system that they tried to come out with? Oh, that little cube thing that was on. No, that wasn't. It was something ridiculous, and it was awful. They had a rough start.
The Steam Machine console.
That's it. Steam Machine. I actually remember reporting on this, and I was reading their stats, and it's like...
That was the article that you shot to me that I helped you with.
Oh, yeah! Because I couldn't understand any of it. And it's like, Mike, translate.
Yeah. And we went through every single Steam Machine version. Because it was a Steam Machine, but they outsourced it to different PC creators.
Yeah, because there were several versions of it.
Yeah, and even the first one I even looked up was the Alienware Steam Machine. Ugh. Which, of course, the Steam Machines are supposed to be customizable. It's basically the size of a console, and, you can upgrade as you go. Which, in idea, is fine, but ultimately, we never heard from it again.
Yeah, it did not catch on. I mean, they're still selling Steam Machines, I think, right? But it's just not catching on because people already have their PCs. People already have their consoles. So why bother with the Steam Machine?
And that's the thing about the Steam Machine. It's a Linux-based system that literally, when you boot it up, it just goes straight to Steam and plays your Steam games. That's all it does.
Yeah.
You can also surf the web, but that's it.
It doesn't bring anything new to the table, so why bother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago?
The Steam Machines were hot in 2008. Or I'm sorry, 3 years. 2018.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. I actually found someone's people will also ask, is Steam Machine dead? An article from April 5th, 2018. The company now says its ambitious initiative is far from dead. We haven't heard about that shit in 3 years.
But the article that we did was much older than that.
Yeah, because the release date was 2015 is when they came out.
Yes. 2015 sounds correct, because that was way before I started my new job. And the job I had, I used all the downtime that I had to do this other thing. But yeah, God, so
Good luck, Valve. Good luck.
Yeah. The Valve half switch. What does that even mean? That was their title.
Yeah, I just went with it.
Oh, that was your title.
Yeah, it's mine. It's mine. Because I was gonna make it like the Valve Half-Life switch, half switch. Yeah, it was a Half-Life 3 joke, just muddled in there.
I get it now. It's a bad joke, but I get it.
Typical Trex.
Yeah. The next thing is from Ubisoft themselves, titled "A Year of Change at Ubisoft." Oh my God, we were just talking about them, Trex. So last June, we faced the fact that not all team members were experiencing the safe and inclusive workspace that we had always intended Ubisoft to be. Since then, we have engaged in a company-wide effort to listen, learn, and build a roadmap for a better Ubisoft for all. With this in mind, I want to summarize the work we have done and the direction in which we are headed. Basically, like what the next couple paragraphs say is that basically they brought all of their employees, did a group-wide assessment with anonymous questionnaires and surveys, and sent it to HR. HR analyzed this. They made the actual attempt to strengthen their non-discrimination and anti-harassment policies, and update their code of fair conduct. It made it clear and more actionable. Additionally, we have appointed and recruited new leaders at the executive level. Anika Grant, she is the new Chief People Officer. She came in April. She's focusing on strengthening our global corporate culture and our HR organization, ensuring that all of our teams can thrive in an environment that nurtures a culture of respect, diversity, inclusion, and collective well-being. This is a French name, so I am going to butcher it. Belen Eso Trujillo. I don't know what J's are in French. I don't know what J's are in French. Belen joined Ubisoft Board of Directors as a new independent member in December. Let's see, Ludwine Sawyer was appointed last July to the new role of
accent. You need to put a little accent. It's like
Lidwine sounds German or I don't know.
I mean, you're like Lidwin Sayo.
No, because it's gonna be terrible.
Exactly.
So this person was appointed the new role of head of workspace culture. Has been piloting and listening to feedback sessions internally, and most recently launched a global initiative to clarify Ubisoft's values. Rasha Sika joined in February in the newly created position of VP of Global Diversity and Inclusion. Her role is to help ensure D&I. Do you know what that is? D&I? It's like the letter D, ampersand, the letter I. What is that?
I don't even know. Oh, it's diversity and inclusion. It's literally up above the last sentence.
Literally just the last sentence I wrote. Fuck. Her role is to ensure D&I is at the heart of everything we do. Notably, she is providing a strategic framework and resources to empower employee research groups and to encourage team members across Ubisoft to constantly challenge their perspectives. Rashi also leads a global diversity and inclusion content review committee that has been set up to support teams in respect to diverse and inclusive content. Veteran Ubisoft developer Bio Jade Adam Granger was promoted to VP of editorial with the ambition of adding more diverse perspectives to the creative leadership of our games and franchises. Yo, hire me. Studio leadership teams continue to evolve with a number of new appointments in recent months. Most recently, we announced that Lisa Opie will soon be joining Ubisoft Reflections and Ubisoft Leamington as managing director. Ubisoft Montreal, our biggest studio, committed last year to an overhaul. This is the one that always has the problems. Montreal is their problem child. Yeah. Committed last year to an overhaul of the studio's management structure to support our overall growth strategy and instill a more diversified vision. As part of this strategy, Catherine Lemire and Leslie Quinton have joined Ubisoft Montreal as VP Talent and VP Communications, respectively. So, there you go. So we were like 2 articles ago saying Ubisoft needs to do something. Oh, look, they did something.
They did a lot, and
yeah.
Look, Ubisoft, you got new positions, you got new divisions. I'm really hoping that this is going to be helpful to anyone out there in the Ubisoft family that basically doesn't like working there because of how everything's running. Gets sexually harassed or whatever. It's that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. So I'm glad they're doing stuff because it was not a good time for all people, and I'm just glad that they're now addressing it. It took them long enough, but I'm just glad it's happening. Better late than never happening at all, right?
Yeah.
So the next thing that we have, and we already touched on it before, No Man's Sky and Mass Effect. Was there anything else that needed to be added to the awesomeness that is happening?
Nope. Again, you got until May 31st to play No Man's Sky, complete the expedition. I will tell you now, for those who want to do it, when you choose a new game, you'll have to basically create a new game, a new save file, and choose expeditions and play through it. Once you complete it, you'll be able to, everything will be unlockable on a vendor, so you can go back to your main game, go to the vendor, and purchase everything for free. That was basically one of the first headaches I ran into, is like how to start an expedition. So, but other than that, May 31st is your end date, and so by the time this probably releases, it's probably going to be over, and you wish you were here on Twitch to see it live.
Yeah. Next! So another streaming service is coming.
Oh, one that we didn't expect.
One that we didn't see coming. Warhammer is coming out with a streaming service called Warhammer Plus. It's kind of stylized the same way Disney Plus has their not their logo, but just how they present themselves on releases. So like Warhammer and plus sign. But so this comes from Kotaku. Games Workshop is launching a new streaming service called Warhammer Plus. The service was revealed by Games Workshop staffers Adam Troke and Eddie Eccles on May 22nd during a Twitch stream on the company's official channel. The company also announced that 11 shows are currently in development and based in the ultra grim dark future of Warhammer 40k. Yeah, it's super grim dark.
Super fucking dark.
Super. The following titles are as listed: Black Talon, Iron Within, Altar of Wrath, High Lords, Broken Lance, Hammer and Bolter, Astartes the Second, Interrogator, The Exodite, Pariah Nexus, and Angels of Death. Angels of Death sounds familiar. I think I played the tabletop game version of that. Or we had an element of that. But anyway, did not see this coming. If you're a fan of Warhammer, this would be awesome news.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're a Warhammer fan, you just probably just passed out from excitement.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm more of a casual gaming news person, so and just like an overall player. And my only contact with Warhammer was the tabletop version, which did not last long in our group. But I always I do remember it being such a downer. Like, but so if you are curious, there's a scissor reel on YouTube under the Warhammer animations. So like, this is all a mix of 2D and 3D animation art styles. And let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, so now for the Element Room. Games Workshop apparently thinks it's Disney because it's launching an entire streaming service just for Warhammer shows. Hence why they put themselves as Warhammer plus sign, kind of like Disney Plus. But yeah, they also asked the question, is the demand really there, and how much will it cost, and who will actually pay for this? To answer the last question, I'm pretty sure super fans of Warhammer 40K is going to look into this. But is there such a demand to keep this thing alive? And animation costs a lot, so
look, Warhammer hasn't died on the tabletop. Warhammer video games apparently are still churning out.
That's true.
I mean, we've seen worse things that gets made, so
we have.
Why not?
Wow, what was that? It was like a mobile phone only streaming service that had shows that Sophie Turner was signed on to.
Oh.
And they also did or one of the gimmicks that this streaming site had was they had a bunch of celebrities during COVID lockdown to reenact several scenes from Princess Bride. That's what brought people into it, because they were out of curiosity and to see that gloriousness happen. I was one of those people because I really wanted to see the whole thing, and it was just as awesome as it looked in the promos. But there wasn't a whole much there after that. Maybe there was like a drama show called Brave New World, I think. It was awful. There were some things that were good, some things that were just not there, but it was only on your phone. You couldn't watch it, and some shows actually was in this format, vertical format, and not the horizontal format. And so it died quickly. It died within a few months, within the same year. What? But I don't remember its name. But I think that this might, I don't know. I don't want to say it I don't want to put it out there, but you know, if it does well, it does well. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I don't know.
So something last minute, because I was over on the Kotaku website just literally watching their banner of different articles fly by. This really just caught my eye real fast, and I'm definitely going to add it to the sheet so you can take a look at it.
Oh, sure.
Let me add it real fast, so especially for Steven, so you can see it.
Yeah. But like, I mean, this also circles back to the question of, do we need another streaming service?
No.
'Cause
Well, I
holy
say that,
shit.
but
We say that, but we always buy into it if it's good enough.
I certainly do. I definitely want to get my Peacock on so I can watch me some Friends reunion.
Dude.
I'm all there.
It is actually worth it. It's worth it now. But that's me saying
because it has an office, right?
no. I actually don't watch The Office. But they do.
Peacock?
Huh?
What are you watching?
What else?
Peacock?
Parks and Rec is on there now.
Oh, I did.
And a bunch of other NBC shows and movies. And
Is Seinfeld on there?
Is what?
Seinfeld?
I think so.
Ooh, yay.
But yeah, I mean, but I'm a person who subscribed through Comcast, and they started me off on the free. No, it's actually their premium, which would be free to me, but you would still get ads. But for $5 more, which I pay, you don't get the ads. So.
Yeah, Peacock also partnering with WWE that I don't also have to, that I can just pay my Peacock subscription and then just get WWE with it. It's like, that's kind of a good deal because
Yeah.
I hate WWE, so I don't want to give them money. So this is the perfect place. This is the perfect thing.
But so the next thing that you posted.
And it's only here because I actually play it, and I apparently don't pay attention to anything about it. From Kotaku, following one final update, NotA Games ends work on Torchlight 3, which I didn't know anything about. So NotA Games released the Cursed Captain update for Torchlight 3, adding a playable class, new pets, and applying several bug fixes and quality of life changes to the dungeon crawler. The developer also announced this update will be its last due to acquisition by Zynga back in March. I even missed that news.
Wow.
So, founded by original Torchlight studio Runic Games co-founder Mark Schaefer in 2016 to continue to work on the colorful Diablo-esque action RPG series, NotA Games released Torchlight 3 back in October of last year. It's a fine game with some cool and goofy ideas like the engineer class, with his ever-evolving train pet, or its latest addition, the pirate necromancer Cursed Captain. I did not know that they actually bought it, but Zynga acquired the studio back in March, setting its work on an unannounced multi-platform action RPG alongside Zynga's Natural Motion studio. Seeing as Perfect World Entertainment owns Torchlight, it was only a matter of time before NotA halted work on Torchlight 3. In a letter from Schaefer to the players, as you may have heard in the news, we were acquired by Zynga back in March 2nd. As a result of this transition, we are moving on to new and exciting things. We will be passing the baton back to our partners at Perfect World. We absolutely enjoyed our time with Torchlight 3 and only hope for the best of the future of the franchise. We are grateful for the opportunity to have worked on it, but more than that, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to all of you who took this journey with us. So, Torchlight 3 was originally supposed to be an MMO. It was supposed to be an actual live service game. But during the development, I don't know what the hell happened, but someone, I guess, had a brain fart and like, whoa, let's not do the live service. Let's just make it a Torchlight game. And it's like, oh, well, there goes literally my desire to really go deep into it, because I was like wanting to be an MMO game, multiplayer game, like an MMORPG, but we didn't get that. It was still kind of a fun game for what I've played, but I didn't know any of this was going on. So, Torchlight apparently being owned by Perfect World, who is obviously an MMO RPG publisher. So, I don't know what the future is going to hold for Torchlight. I don't know if we're even going to get like a Torchlight 4, but it looks like Torchlight 3 was definitely going to be a one-and-done game, and it's done. So, I'm not even sure if it's part of Game Pass anymore. So, if you can find it, have fun with it. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
that whole article just came to a shock to me. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's interesting. Well, I mean that's the end of our list.
That's
but
it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was anything else you wanted to say, like going back on some things, like do you have any last minute words you would like to say?
Go play No Man's Sky. Go play it.
Okay, fine. I got the game. I just need to play it now. Ooh, maybe that'll be the game that. Wait, can I play that game? Can I play that mission without having started the game? Like
yes,
the expedition.
The expedition is its own entire story. It's a linear story, and basically already gives you and starts you out with a lot of stuff.
Oh, neat. Okay, I'll take a look at it, and if I can just jump right into that, that'll be awesome, and I can like include that into my Mass Effect streaming schedule.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the expedition I really liked is because it already unlocked a lot of stuff for you. You don't even need to go to a planet and just base build. It's basically just jump in and do your milestones, start your missions, and go. And you're done. You don't have to actually sit there and build an entire base if you don't want to. Some people have, but it's like, no, I just came in here. I got like 10 days when I was starting this. I got 10 days to complete this. I ain't fucking building shit. Just, I don't care about having a base, a cool place to hang out. Like, fuck it, I need to go.
I need to go. Now. Yes. Give me that shit. What I would be doing because I only came here for the ship.
That's exactly what I did. Like, I was like busting my ass. Like, I only want the ship. I love the game, but I don't want to do anything else. I want this ship now. I gotta go. I'm not sure how long it was gonna take. It took me obviously like 4 or 5 days, so it can be done. It's just gonna be the grind.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you know how I hate the grind.
It's okay. The only really stopping point that I really got roughed at was literally trying to find 10 systems that no one else discovered.
Cool. All right. So are you streaming at all this week?
I am not.
No.
I may. I mean, I still have a desire to, but after all this work that I'm now doing, it's really just taking a lot of down on me. It's like I just want to sit here and really watch TV. And honestly, that. I'm not really worried about. I might just probably sit here and just watch some Family Guy with y'all. I don't know anymore.
Oh, fair enough. So I was supposed to stream earlier today before this game report, but like I said earlier, I took a nap and it lasted a whole lot longer than I expected. So I will stream tomorrow. I'll probably instead of Mass Effect 2, I'll just jump into No Man's Sky and work on the Mass Effect missions to get that ship, because I want that ship, man. I don't care about anything else right now. In regards to that game, but I just want the Normandy. She will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine.
Yes.
Yeah. So Thursday for me, and maybe Saturday. There. I do have to fit in some writing because I also am working on running a D&D game that I've been. It'll be my first time running a Dungeons and Masters game, like ever. I've been playing since 2011 for 10 years, and I've only been a player, never a game master. So this will be my first run, and
wild ride.
Yeah, dude, it's so much. It's so much writing because, and I knew this coming in, because like you're basically, this is, if you run a Dungeons and Dragons game, this is perfect practice for if you want to be a game writer, in a project that allows player choice, because as the DM, you have to you'll have like the basic plot of how you want to run your game or what'll happen in the game, and you have to put in these little details, and then come up with alternatives because you know the players will fuck it up and go on some tangent. So you have to plan for every eventuality. And I'm only still on the basic plot part of writing, but I'm getting to the part where, hey, I can add these scenes, and then the branches of those scenes depending on what they do. So like,
yeah, so take your BioWare Dragon Age game with all your
yes!
choices.
It's kind of like writing for Dragon Age.
Yeah. Like, you guys played it on the game, but she's doing it on paper.
I'm doing it on
over here.
Paper. Oh gosh. And I'm also pulling from different source books, because my group likes to fight. So I gotta, and I actually gave you my plans.
You did.
Like I showed you my plans. I put a whole lot of bullshit in there.
That there is.
Yeah, I can't say anything because, one of them might be watching. But there's a whole lot of stuff. They will be challenged, but there will be XP, and they love XP. So like the final thing that I'll have to add in there is all the monsters. So and where to find them. So it's gonna be interesting once I finally finish it, because I got about maybe a month before our players finally get to the chapter that I'm writing. We're currently on something that our friend, the actual DM, Sean, has written. We're still on that dungeon, and I got maybe a month or a month and a half before we finally get out of that story and into the next one, which is mine. So, game writing.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Thank God, though, I don't have to write dialogue. But there's also a lot of improv, so that's the replacement of branching dialogue. But anyway, that's it. So if you don't have anything else on your mind, Trex, that's gonna be it for us tonight at Nerds of the Apocalypse. Sorry, my brain blanked. We are 2/3 of not a game show. We wish Stevie B, we wish him well.
Yes, he is actually going to Indiana tomorrow for Showtime's wedding this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he is traveling out of town.
Safe travels, Stevie. Safe travels. And congratulations, Showtime. But yeah, so that's going to be it for us tonight. This is not a game show. We are Nerds of the Apocalypse. And if you are watching this from another platform, like, say, I don't know, YouTube, go ahead and click that like button. Click the bell to get notified every time our new video pops up. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, which, tonight people have been they were so captivated by our commentary that they just listened and not engaged. But usually they're a bit more engaging. But if you want to be a part of the conversation and add to the bullshit that we do every week, come to Twitch, twitch.tv/Nerds of the Apocalypse, and join our chat. We'll call you out. And oh gosh. And if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. But first, probably follow. Give us a try. We're here every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So, yep. Sorry. Maybe I do need a script. I don't know. Usually I handle this a lot better. But that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Later, guys. A lot of rambling after a nap, huh?
Oh my gosh, I do get rambly after naps. It's like if I'm like put on the spot, I was like, my brain goes but I have to fill in words other than But yeah, that was good.